All right, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be looking at Appsumo's last call event, and it goes until January 31st. So you have until noon Central Time, January 31st, to make your decisions. Now, you do need to be a Plus member. This is for members only for Appsumo, right? So you do need to have this over here. Now, I will leave a link below. You can go and click on it to go pick up any of these softwares and also pick up your Appsumo Plus subscription if you don't have one. Overall, people feel like they get a great value as it has over a 4-star rating and 200 reviews. So you do have to have the $100 per year membership. It gives you a 10% discount on everything, even when they have sales where they typically give 10% off. You actually get an additional 10% off. So those are really good times to buy your software on Appsumo. You get 20% off of software. Now, here's all the deals that they've brought back, and I'm trying to look at these right over here. None of these softwares over here are popping out. So if you're wondering, like, do I review everything that hits Appsumo? The answer is no, because I'm looking through here. Those first four, I don't believe I reviewed those. I did not review that one right there. Now, I did do a Butternut AI, and I did like that software, and it did get really good ratings. If you guys want me to do an updated video on that, just leave a comment below. Type Butternut or say Butternut AI, and I will be glad to try to create a video for you quickly, just to kind of show you the platform again, see if they've done any updates since the last time I did my review, which would have been a few months ago. We have Quickads. I did do a review on this. It was about a year ago. Now, since then, we'll come back to Quickads in a minute, okay? Ranklytics right over here. If you guys want me to do a video on Ranklytics, I've done a few videos on them already. Really solid piece of SEO software. They kind of do everything, really good keyword research, rank tracking, and then they also do AI writing as well. NinjaPipe, I believe that I had hired someone to do that review for me, so I can't really speak too much on NinjaPipe, but it looks like it has good ratings. It's a CRM. And then we have Jog AI. This one has really good reviews and really climbed up there. I believe they've only been on the platform once and they already got 235 reviews. So this was a huge one as well. I did do a review. I would just go and watch that review. I'm not sure I'm going to make another video on Jog AI, but definitely I would recommend picking that up if you want to do short form content. So let's go take a look at Quickads. That's what this video is all about. Now, I did do a Quickads review about a year ago, right? And I went and watched that video again, and it was of the free software. And so when we come and take a look at Sumo's video over here, I click YouTube and open it up, and
hey there, Sumolings.
We can actually see that this was updated 5 months ago, and my video was done about a year ago, I believe. It was either 11 months, 12 months ago. So that means that they have been around for a year. They did launch, a year ago on the platform. And so a lot has they've had a good chance to update the software and add a bunch of different things. Because I did go watch my video review and then read some of the comments and stuff, and it looks like they've fixed a lot of things. They've added a lot of new features and so forth to the platform. This is something that I could see myself probably needing and using in my business. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase license tier 1. That way I'm not reviewing a free software this time because I believe it was limited quite a bit. So we want to unlock, and basically white labeling, you don't get that until license tier 3. I don't care really. I'm not concerned with that. Where you want white labeling is if you're going to be an agency and actually manage other people's ad creatives and so forth. Then you would want to get at least license tier 3 so you can get that white labeling. So it's basically like you're running your own business, and you're not going to have any kind of branding if someone logs in or anything like that. But not having white labeling, I believe we're not going to have branding on our ads, if that makes sense, right? So the white labeling just means that the software back end, you can actually have people, you can add people to the software and you can brand it as your own software. That's what white labeling is, okay? So license tier 1's $69. I'm going to be picking that one up and purchasing that one so we can do a really good review real quick. License tier 2 is $139. License tier 3 is $229. License tier 4 is $359. And that's where you get the unlimited images per month, 300 video downloads per month, 400 voice generations with voiceover minutes per month. So they're adding everything in there, right? If you're going to be a tool like this and they're smart, you kind of have to have everything. You have to have AI images, you have to have AI videos, you have to have AI voice generation. You kind of have to have it all to be able to compete with all these other tools that have all that, right? Unlimited brands. So really license tier 4 is where you really can go in here and actually use this to completely build an agency business, okay? Do they have higher levels? They do. They have a license tier 5, and that's just going to bring your videos per month up, your voice generations up per month, and your virtual product photo shoots per month up. But everything else about the same. And the number of voice clones and users goes up tremendously. So still an all-in for $539. We're seeing some all-ins at the $799 price mark or higher. And so I would say for a tool like this that's heavy on AI image creation, AI video creation, AI voice, all that stuff, I would say an all-in at $539 that gives you unlimited on almost everything and white labeling. The pricing is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and go and pick up and I just want to go and see here. So yeah, August 23rd, it was founded right over here. I'm not going to go over the roadmap and everything because this was already a long introduction. So, but we can go one last thing. I'll just go over to like reviews, and then I like to go into oldest. And then this will actually show that their oldest review is June 2023. So a year and a half ago is when they've actually launched over here on the platform. Let me go purchase this and we'll get right into the tool. And wouldn't you know it, my video they're starting to do this thing where they're putting their videos on the pages. You know, I actually have an Amazon influencer account and everything. And what I like about this is just exposure to the channel and everything, which is great. But what I don't like about this is if someone comes and clicks on one of these videos right here from these YouTubers and watches the video and influences them to actually make a purchase, we're not going to get any affiliate commission for that. So, you know, this is our content we created and we're not going to get paid for that. So that's another story. So it's kind of like there's a positive and a negative to that. Just thought I'd touch on that a little bit, but super cool to have my video right there. But hopefully this updated video, hopefully that will, they'll put that in there and replace that one. You can see all these reviews right over here. They're from 2023. We're in need of an updated review. And I'm just showing you guys the checkout process when you are a Plus member. So normally when they have a big sale, like their Black Friday sales or their Sumo Day sales in the summertime, you're going to get an additional 10% off. So I would actually be getting, this would be like almost $14 off, if that makes sense. But still, right now, this is a deal where they're actually bringing exclusive software back only for Plus members. You're still going to get the 10% off if you have, but you have to have the Plus membership. But then it does give you a discount, and it does add up. The way that I look at it is if you go back and you look at all of the money that you spend on Appsumo, if you spend $1,000 or more per year, then it's worth picking up the tool because it's going to give you access to sales like this. It's going to give you extended periods when the software leaves. You actually get like 3-day grace period to still buy the software. It does have a lot of perks in the membership, and then also that discount, right? So if you spend $100 and then you on the Plus membership, then you spend $1,000 this year, right? Well, you're already going to save at least $100, and so it pays for itself. The membership pays for itself, and then you get all those perks on the side. So that's kind of the way that I analyze that. Even if you're spending about $500, I would say it's still worth it because it gives you that extra, the extra options, and you just get that peace of mind that you have extra extended time to purchase software and so forth, if that makes sense. All right. Okay, perfect. So we are in here. This is what you're going to see right when you log in after you pay for the software. It's going to tell you what plan you're on, license tier 1, and all the stats of where you're at with your usage. All right. And then you can quickly see over here on the left-hand side of the dashboard. Let me go ahead and just make this full screen real quick. So you can see over here on the dashboard that they do have a deploy is in beta and optimize is new. So these are two things that we'll want to look at. Let's go and see if we can just kind of get through the discover. So there'll be a drop down over here and we can go to the ad library. We're going to use probably the LearnWire brand. It makes sense on this one. So we'll come through here. And this is the ad library. So it's going to be similar to like Meta ad library where you can go and check out what other brands are doing, what other people are doing. Let's just use their example as Nike and see what ads are running for Nike. Online footwear shop right over here. So you can see what is working for other creators for Nike and so forth. So you can come over here, you can start looking over here. This person over here is advertising some used, Nike necklaces is what it looks like. So if that was something that was like your niche, then you could go and you could actually bookmark this right over here. You could also analyze this. And so let's go and just push the analyze button. And so this is kind of your research phase. It's going to go and research. So started January 20th, 2025. So they've been running this ad for 8 days. It's active. So it's going to tell you if it's actually live, which is important to see if people, especially if you can find ads that have been running for like 6 months and it's still active, you know it's most likely making money. It's going to tell you what platforms, the day's running, all that kind of good stuff. We have a rating over here. Let's click on that and see. It's going to fetch data. This analysis so far is really impressive. I like this kind of tool, the way that it's going to do this analysis. Summary: the enticing display of gold jewelry highlights craftsmanship and brand loyalty evident through recognizable logos, clear organization, directs viewers focus, enhancing aesthetic appeal as they browse. We can read more, and then we can come through here. Or the product's key features prominently displayed in the yes. So it has a check mark there. It's going to give you even more information. So check marks here is the product shown in the scenarios. Are brand elements visible? Hook and call to action and all that kind of stuff. It's going to tell you that the 82% right here, visual and audio quality right here, the high resolution capture of the necklaces and ensures that details and textures are presently. So let's see if we can find like a bad ad, because this one, they're giving it a lot of credit. Improvement ideas, it's going to say enhance emotional appeal, better color contrast. So it really is going all out on recommendations, telling you what you're doing right. And then even though this looks like it's a solid ad, it still does have some room for improvement if they wanted to. Download the PDF. We can download this. Let's go. We may as well take a look at what this looks like right here. I'm going to close out of this right here, and we'll come over here and we will just open this Quickads analysis, and we'll take a look at what this looks like right here. So we can go down to the next page. So it gives you a rating of a 78. So it does have room for improvement. Call to action 70. So this is the kind of things that it shows that you're working for the customer or the client that hired you, and can make you look very professional when you go to the table and say, here's what is going on with your ads. You can actually use this as a report to go and find other people that are maybe startups, and run analysis and find ads that are getting really bad grades, maybe in the 50s or so. And then you can go and email them, send this copy, and you can basically almost as a favor, they can take this information and they can improve on their ads, and you can say, hey, hire our agency because we know what we're doing, something like that, right? So super cool. Create similar ad. We can actually just dive right into this and push the button. I'm not going to do that right now. Brand details. We do have the brand details campaign. There's a link we can go look at as well, and user analytics right there. So super cool. This is going to be very, very, very helpful. Really, you can go in here and for like a use case, let's say for an AI writer, or let's just type in blogging and just see what shows up for like blogging or maybe AI. We can go in here and look. There's a tutorial over here, and there's a drop down, analyzed ads, bookmarked ads, shared with me, shared with others. So obviously when we're booking our ads, we can go back and find our ads. Not really seeing a whole lot for blogging. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. And then here's software. We can go and take a look at what's working for software. Now, what I would want to do is see if there was a way that we can kind of just push stuff like, okay, so there's a filter button right there. Okay, good. So if we wanted to go and look at, okay, we only want to look at image ads right now. So we can go like that. We can look at, YouTube, Facebook, super cool. Let's just stick with Facebook for now. Ad status, we only want to look at active, right? And then we can sort by most recent recommended. User engagement. Let's go with user engagement. It's in beta right now. Choose theme. I'm going to leave that alone. Industry. So country, if you want to look at just like United States, we'll tick mark that box. A little note right there. Choose industry. And they do have a date filter down here. And we're just going to look for the last year. Apply filters. Interesting. Nothing showed up. So it does sound like, when you're going to come in here and get real specific, it doesn't, I'm not really sure what I clicked over here, but maybe it was the United States thing. Let's just go with software right here and then try again, maybe. Let's go back, and then there's software right there. So I'd really want to just look at like sort by engagement, or let's just go with recommended this time and say apply filters. So we only want to look at recommended. Not quite sure what that means actually. So these are all ads that are present right here. They're not real. They don't really have to do with software. So I do think just a little bit of a critique, just filling around with the ad library. I do think it's kind of hard to find what you're looking for. Like right here for typing in software, I'm not seeing software on any of the ads that it's actually pushing towards us. So I do think that they need some improvement on actually dialing in and actually the search on the ad library. Here's some of the ad that we analyzed. Is you're always going to be able to get to your analyzed ads. Super cool. And any that you bookmarked as well. Cool. So let's go and design an ad. So we have video, image. Let's go to design an image. All right, so it looks like we have some templates right here, but what I'm going to do is just go create now. And then what we're going to do is analyze. We can upload manually or we can analyze a URL. Let's go get a URL from my site real quick. And I want to actually, instead of just doing the home page right here, I want to go and say, hey, what if I wanted to promote my school review on my website? So I'm going to go and click this URL specific, and we want to see if it can actually grab this updated school review. So we're going to put that specific blog post right there, and we're going to analyze it. So it's getting data from the URL. Please wait. It should be able to pull in any of the images that the site has. It pulled in the logo, the colors, really, really good. Okay. So we have our logo right there. We have our casual, it recognized casual tone, which that's pretty much what I write in. So I would just leave it there, but we could change it if we wanted to. IT industry. So it's basically doing a good job at recognizing what this has to do with. So that's really cool. It's a non-physical product. It did a good job on that as well. So here's the summary. Schools community platform designed to foster genuine connections among users, blah, blah, blah. School stands out with its gamification elements that enhance user engagement, blah, blah, blah. So it did a great job with the analysis right there. On the back end, I believe that it also pulled in images as well. So let's go ahead and push the next button up here. So far, the user journey, I'm enjoying. It's very self-explanatory. They've got tutorials all along the way. I actually watched the tutorial before doing this right here. The layout is really, really nice. Like I said, the user journey and the wizard, it's not over complex and complicated where there's just way too much going on and you get lost. I can't stand softwares like that where they're just trying to do way too much and you just get lost in the software and you get so overwhelmed that there's really, you almost get intimidated by like, well, there's so much in the software that I don't really know what I should be using the software for or what is the best use case or whatever, right? And then you almost get this kind of like, oh man, but I'm not using that feature type feeling when you buy a software like that, right? So I like it when you kind of stick to what you really want to do, which is graphic design and ads for the software and do that one thing. So far, I'm happy using the software. I really like the UI and UX so far. User journey, everything looks really good. Nice clean lines, everything so far. Everything's fast and seems to be working pretty well. All right, so we have my objective, customers unaware of pain points, customers aware of the problem. So look at this. If you're trying to target unaware of pain points, right? So this would be a different type of customer. But if I wanted to go to like the school platform and anybody that even visits the URL, or if I find some type of area where people that are curious about building a community, but they might not know what their pain points are, you could go with this one. But if people are fully aware and people are, like this review, people looking up a review on school, they probably might be on a different journey. They might already be aware of the problem, but they're unaware of the product, or aware of the product, but unaware of the relative benefits, and aware of above but creative urgency. So I would say like number 3, or even retargeting. Look at this retargeting. We could go and literally just find people that are already interested in school. Maybe that's the one that I want to look at next, but let's go with this one. They're aware of the product right here. And then they do have some advanced settings. Just want to click on that and see what this is. So you can optimize your ad creation workflow, choose your best fit, banner ads, bulk create, social media, rich templates, and so forth. So they do have some different ones that we can look at. Now, I'm not sure if we're supposed to make this choice right here or not, but we're going to go with a Facebook post right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is push next. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to do that right there, or if we actually get to choose that right here. So now look at this. It did pull in, but it did pull in a bunch of, let me go back over here. So it did sort of scrape the website and pulled in a bunch of images. I'm trying to see. So some of these images I definitely know came from the URL, but what I want to do is come back over to the site and look at some of the images. There should be, okay, so I saw that image in there. I saw that image. So, and then I saw this image right there. And then I saw this image right here. So it did pull those images in, but look, it's pulling in a bunch of these images right here. And it seems like it almost went further and pushed those arrows and scraped even further, because there's a lot of images that are coming in right over here that are not on that page. It's still pulling those in somehow. But here are all those images right over here. So one thing that it's Okay, so there we go, school review. So let's just go with the thumbnail because that, it's probably going to be the best image. Possibly this one right here. Maybe you would want to run multiple images. So I'm not sure if we select both. No, we only select one. You can go to Getty Images if you just want to run stock type images, and then you can also upload your own assets. So you can go to Canva, create a perfect image, and then bring it into here as well. So super cool. But what does this plus button do? So if we push the plus button, that's where we can go in and add more images. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go and just push next real quick. So getting your ad creative, please wait. We'll be right back. All right, so this is what it looks like. It's pulling in those colors. I do think it's being a little bit more dominant. Okay, perfect. Where it had that bright green, I probably wouldn't do that. I don't think that's very easy on the eyes, but I do like the darker green. For LearnWire, I think that's gonna be a little bit easier on the eyes. So this is not the image that we selected, so that's a little bit kind of strange because we selected the actual other image, but this actually might work better for us anyways right here. So you can come in here, let's see what text we have. We have the Archivo Black, and then we have another one. So what we can do is just click off here and we can actually just go and change. It looks like that just adds text completely. I'm going to do an undo on that. So if you click on the text, then we could go over here and maybe change the text to something else. Nope, that just adds. If you click over here, it's just going to add that subheading over here. So if I want to change the text font, just need to click on here. They have an AI write tool, all kinds of good stuff. But if we want to change the font, let's just go with what I usually use, which is Poppins Suite. They have my font in here. And we could come in here. Let's grab a different text over here, maybe something a little different. Canvas Sans, that looks pretty clean and professional. So you can drag and drop. That's nice. I don't know if they had this last time. I believe that what they had last time was you left clicked over here and then you had to go over and like click buttons to move it up and down. And it was pretty old school. It looks like they've completely rehauled the design where it's very Canva-esque, and I'm really liking that, where you can really just make this your own. Right over here, we could also, bold. That's already bolded. We could come in here. Let's see if it actually lets you highlight just one word and maybe bold just the one word. No, yes, it did. Look at that. It did bold just the one word. That's kind of cool. Explore school right there. So now I want to deal with this image. How do we fit to page? Double click on here. So I double clicked, and now you can just move this over, or you can even go like this, which is super cool. So just move that over like that, or we can even try to shrink this. No, we can't do that. We can zoom in. So maybe something like that. Move it over like that, and we'll just go with that. So kind of cool. And then you could also make it even bigger, take up more of the space right there if you wanted to. So that's how easy it is. You can make your logo a little bit bigger right there, kind of move that like so. So yeah, really easy to do that. We can go and we can preview this. We can save this. I'm just going to push the save. I don't know, save update. Let's just update this. And then you can download your image. I don't know why it says project could not be updated. We'll just save it as new. I'm not really sure. We are having an issue with, so a little bug going on right there. It's not really wanting to save for us. What other things can we do? So that's just text. We can go into add design over here. And what I want to do is, instead of switching all this right now, because the save is not working, that's kind of a problem. But what we would do in this case is we would just push the download button. You can download it as an image, a GIF, or an MP4. Obviously, if it's video, we'll download it as a video, but it's just an image. So we're going to download the image. Okay, so I just left for 5 minutes, came back. Doesn't look like it downloaded, so we are finding our first bug. We are in the Arc browser, but I found things that don't work in the Chrome browser and that work in the Arc browser and vice versa. So yeah, and at the end of the day, your software needs to be tested on all these major platforms. It does need to be tested on Arc, so I would still consider this a bug. So we're not able to push that download button, and we're in our downloads right here. It's not showing up. So I wanted to show you what the download would look like. Let's move on. So here's what we would do if we wanted to change the ad. We could just click over here to these different ads and these different layouts. So this is pretty cool. You can fine tune. And what you would do is just really quickly adjust. So if I click in here to image right here, maybe we want to change the image. So what do? We go back into assets maybe. And I'm finding a little bit of slowness going on right here. Now, I don't know where our images are because we know that it had a lot of images for us. Couple things, we didn't select this image, but this seems to be the image that it selected for us. It didn't allow us, did you guys see that it didn't allow us to select multiple images as well? So that's another thing that I would love to see, is that in the last setup process, we need to be able to select any and all images that we would want to put in our ads, and then so we can automatically bring those in. We shouldn't have to, I mean, the tool already scraped the images. I shouldn't have to go and download these images in any way and bring them in. So that's already kind of a little bit of a disappointment, because like I said, we should have all of our images right here to be able to choose from, unless I'm not seeing this right, but I'm not seeing where we can go and quickly, add in any other images. So here's where your backgrounds are. We can click something. Now I left click on here, nothing's happening. So I'm not sure if this is where we need to click on the background right there and then click. That didn't work either. So maybe now it's a drag and drop type situation, and that's not doing anything either. So there's, this part right here, a little interesting. Not really sure what's going on with this. Okay, did I see like a plus button somewhere? Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's quite working the way we want. Let me go ahead and see if I can log in the Chrome browser. We'll be right back. Okay, so we are in the Chrome browser now. Obviously, we don't have any images or assets or designs saved because it didn't allow us to save. So that was a big bummer. Not sure if that should constitute us bringing the score down a little bit, but kind of a bummer. We already identified a few bugs. I'm really, really liking the software, but I, have to be unbiased, and just because I like the feel of the software, the look and everything, and the idea doesn't mean that it's functioning perfectly, right? But we're gonna go and try to zip through this one more time so we can see maybe how fast this is. All right, so here's our URL. Let's go back into Quickads. We're gonna kind of zip through this, analyze the URL. It does seem like it's moving a little bit faster. It did a good job, picked all that normal. All right, let's push next. I'm not gonna do advanced settings this time because we just wanna see. So this is the part right here so we have the thumbnail right here. This is actually the thumbnail, but right here, see how I'm left clicking? It doesn't let me pick another one. I wanna maybe hold the control button down or the shift button. So it's not letting me add more. And I want to take all these images and take them with me to the next step. And that's the issue that I'm seeing that I don't like. So we have these assets over here. I'm going to pick this one right here and then just push next. But like I said, I want to pick more than one image, and I don't see the way to do that. So we're going to stick with that one, and we're going to go next. All right, so it's been about 30 seconds to a minute here. I would expect this part right here to be a little bit faster. And this is unfortunate, guys, because the tool seems to be a little bit out of commission right now, trying to get in multiple browsers. And it's just kind of a big disappointment because it shouldn't take that long to load an ad. We finally got here, but that took a while. That was about 2 minutes of just waiting for it to create an ad for us. And look, one thing that I noticed is it's not creating multiple ads. It's literally just creating this ad right here. So again, that part right there is just something highly noticed with evaluating the software. I would go into ad design to see if we can get more of a full-fledged image right over here. And you can just see that just the loading of the application seems sluggish and slow. I like this one right here because it's probably going to display the ad fully. I'm going to keep moving the mouse down to see how many ads we can actually look at. They do have these other ads, multiple images in here. So I do like that. And I'm going to keep scrolling down. So that was one of the complaints in my first review of a year ago, was that they only had like 10 templates in here. So they've obviously done their work in adding a bunch more templates. Looks like that's where it stops, but this is a lot of templates that would be able to get you some really good ads up and running, because it's mostly about changing the text and so forth and changing the images out. So the assets are the big thing that you're going to need. But I like this one if you're trying to, advertise yourself as a coach or something. They have some good stuff for everybody in here. But I'm going to go with like an ad, this one looks really crisp. Let's just click on that one just to see what it looks like. And it's going to change your ad immediately. Then we would go and we would need another ad to put in right there. Super cool. So, but what I want to go up is go and take a look at, come back up to the top. Let's take a look at this one right here. And that one looks pretty cool. And then there was one other one I wanted to take a look at. This one, even a bigger image. This one probably be the best for a landscape type image. I'm going to double click on here. I wish that we could make this image, size it down a little bit. Let's see if we can do that. So if we size this down, I'm not able to kind of, make the whole image fit inside this box right here. So I'm not really sure. Let's see if we can go to assets maybe. It did pull that one in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click right here and I'm going to delete. Then I'm going to left click over here and open this entire image. And that's the way that you probably would have to do this, is we're going to go like that. And then we're going to drag this out like this. So we have the full image like that. Then I can drag this like this, and that actually looks pretty good. I want to left click on here and see if we can apply any kind of effect to it. Is there a corner? Yes, there's a corner radius. We can add that in. That's cool. And then we can actually move this to make it just very subtle, like so. And then also we can add a border to this and we can make that thicker. Actually, let's see, border. I want the border to be, oh, there's a shadow. Okay. And grayscale, brightness, blur. Let's go with a shadow maybe. And then we can add some blur to that. Okay, so there you go. You can see the blur coming in like that. And maybe we even change the color, maybe change it to that like greenish color. And we can move that blur back a little bit, so it's not too much on the eyes. So that actually looks pretty cool. Then we can go in here and we could change our ad. We can also come in here. I would move this down, I believe. That's just a shape. So really we can just move this down like so. So yeah, there you go. Or you could even just remove that altogether. Then you can make your text right here, obviously make it bigger, Control A. And I'm spending a lot of time in here because this is where you're going to spend most of your time right here. So can you create ads? Your like the ad templates and layouts that they have is probably the reason to pick this tool up. This is a really nice looking ad. Yes, you can create this in Canva, but they have all the templates for you and you can fire away pretty quickly with this. Let's go and see if we can save now. So I'm going to go ahead and just update this. Okay, so project updated successfully. So hopefully that, you don't know what to choose or save as new. And then I also want to go push the download button, download as image, and let's see. So it downloaded immediately. So there we go. Let's go take a look at what it looks like. And there we go, right there. Looks pretty crisp and clean. I can see some pixelation going on over here. So it's not like, I don't know what the DPI on this is, but it doesn't quite look like it's probably 300 DPI. So I would want it to be a little bit crisper, and we don't have any choice is the issue. So download as image, we don't have a choice for it to be extremely high quality. And that's just something that I noticed right there as well. So overall, that's how they have photo, they have, let's go to photo real quick. Getty images, Unsplash images. Yeah, so assets. This is another, one of the big things. You're going to have to upload your assets, right? And so what is the point of the image scraping? When they scraped all the images, but then we can only select one image. That's the biggest flaw so far that I'm seeing with the software, among the sluggishness and the slowness and so forth. So there you go. Obviously, you have shapes and elements, add sizes. We can quickly change this. We can make a Pinterest post right now. It's going to make it into a Pinterest post size. We can go and make adjustments to it as well. So, I mean, essentially what you have right here is a Canva design tool that's specific for creating ads, but it's definitely not going to be better than Canva. Canva is kind of a flagship product that can do so much. But does this get the job done? Can you get some designs done in here and build a team around this? Yes, I believe so. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of this real quick. I'm going to proceed without saving because I don't want to save the Pinterest ad, but I do want to come back in here and see if we go back into design. And you can see right over here, just going into design, we do have our ad right there. We can quickly push the download button. We can go to the three dots. We can edit. We can share this. We can deploy as a post. We can upload and add creative. We can duplicate. So if you like something, but you just want to change the image, you can duplicate it. I like that as well. I want to see what deploy as post means. So right here, you're going to link your selected social media profile before sharing or publishing. So you would need to come in here and you would need to push the plus button right over here. It's going to bring you to Facebook. You're going to log in and you can actually sync your Facebook over here as well. So pretty cool stuff. Now, I think it's going to post it like a social media post, and then you're going to still have to go into Meta to create an ad for it. So I don't think that it actually manages your ads in a sense. It's just going to be post it to your social media accounts. So technically speaking, you still need to go into the ads area. And from what I'm seeing, let's create a quick video ad right here. So I'm going to click on video ad here. Let's do just 15 to 30 seconds real quick. And let's go and grab a different URL. So let's go, you know what? I think it's cool if we just do the same URL to see what it's going to do for us, right? So that we have a nice comparison of what it does for the same URL. So let's go over here. We just have images, but we'll see what it ends up doing for us right over here. We're going to fetch this real quick. And this, sorry guys, this is going to be kind of a long updated review, but I want to be thorough for you guys to make sure that this is the right tool for you. We're going to go ahead and just move through here. Photography, illustration, vector, show brand logo. Let's do that. Manually select concept and hook. You can do that as well, but we're just going to go click next and just have it create an ad for us very quickly. All right, so choose an actor. Let's go over here to men and just select someone. Go down here and just see. Okay, so let's just select someone. We'll select this guy, Calvin, right here, so we can test it out.
Hey there, we are excited to share that your digital replica is ready to go. Now that you've got...
Let's test some of these out.
Hey there, we are excited to share that your digital replica is ready to go.
Hey there, we are excited to share.
Okay, let's keep going. Is there two? There's Devin. Okay, yeah, so there's
your digital replica.
Two Devins right there.
Hey there, we're excited to share
just
that
little
your
things that I
digital
noticed about
replica
softwares, right? They duplicated the same guy twice.
is ready to go. Now that you've got your digital twin, we are
Hey there, we are excited to share that your digital replica is...
Hey there, we are
You can see that there's some, not bugginess,
excited
but like
to share that your
sluggishness.
digital replica
It's
is
having a
ready to
hard time
go.
even with just,
Now that you
know, rendering and playing, and I've got high-speed internet and so forth, so.
Hey there, we are excited to share that your digital replica...
If I was going to choose, let's just go with like a younger kid right here. Let's go with this guy right here, and we will use selected. All right, so now we have our ad hook. Here's the speech, and then here is the ad body. So that is, and then we have our call to action. So you're going to be able to go and look at that, change that out, media B-roll, but right here, I'm not sure what it's going to show us right here. So can I choose, where can I choose? You can go full actor, actor with media, or you can go with B-roll, and there we go. So I want to go over here to, you can drag and drop and so forth. Let's go into videos right over here, and we'll just go in and try to find something that makes sense. So I'm just going to type in community. Just not really sure that's going to work. We'll just type in probably college maybe for just like adults and stuff. Yeah, it's going to pull up a lot of kids stuff. So we'll go with college. And I'm not even sure I like that. We're going to go with just a business meeting. And then what we also need to do is, instead of horizontal, we need to go vertical and see if we can find something. And there we go. So this looks like, oh yeah, this is a great one right here, because this is exactly what like school is. So where is it highlighting? Okay, so you have to push the plus button. Okay, so it does look like it's doing that. So we'll push the save button, and that should be coming in right here. I'm not seeing where I want to get rid of that. Oh, I see. Okay, so I want to get rid of that. So we just have that. Perfect. All right, so now we go next. I like that there's an ad hook, there's the body, and then there's the CTA. I do like the format of that. I haven't seen it quite done like that before, where you're just looking at the three main elements of a video. And so, and we can fine tune it. We can actually add more B-rolls into that middle section if we want to. This is gonna be a short enough video where we probably don't need more than one video, but you can add more in there. So now it's gonna take this and put it all together. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. That did take about 2 or 3 minutes. So just the speed at which it gets stuff done is pretty slow. I think that's been something I'm kind of nagging on. Let's go and take a look at just what this looks like.
Are you struggling to build a meaningful community? It's frustrating to put in effort and see no real connection or growth. Feeling lost in a sea of content? Without the right tools, your passion can feel stagnant, and the distance between you and your audience just keeps growing. Welcome to school, where community comes first. Build genuine connections and monetize your passions with our easy-to-use platform that transforms engagement into opportunity.
That's actually pretty good. I like the video, the rendering of, and there's our logo. We said to use our logo. I like that it scraped the website and automatically scrolls down. To put all that together manually would actually be a feat to do that. And so I'm impressed with the video it created and the avatar and everything. Everything looks great. However, pushing play and it matching up with what he's saying, I'm not sure about that. So let's try it again.
Are you struggling to build a meaningful community? It's frustrating to put in effort.
So it's just not matching. But what I want to do is there's an advanced video editor. Let's download the video. It says lip syncing with audio, watermark free content, and transparent avatars are available in the final download. So lip syncing with audio, maybe it doesn't do that until you actually render and download. So we're going to render this and download. We'll be right back. So it's been at least a minute and a half. We're just sitting here at the 54% rendering, and this is just a 28-second video. So I'm like, come on, Quickads. This should not take all day to render a 28-second video. So that is going to be probably the theme when I do my conclusion here in a minute for you guys, is just the speed of the software is lacking for sure. And some other thoughts is that for this to be around since 2023 and us to, try 2 different browsers out, and I'm on high speed internet, I would expect that the process flow and just the speed at rendering and so forth would just be a little bit better than this. So that is definitely something that they're going to get points taken off in my final rating because of that. Let's go take a look at what this looks like if the voice sync is better.
Are you struggling to build a meaningful community? It's frustrating to put in effort and see no real connection or growth. Feeling lost in a sea of content? Without the right tools, your passion can feel stagnant, and the distance between you and your audience just keeps growing. Welcome to school, where community comes first. Build genuine connections and monetize your passions with our easy-to-use platform that transforms engagement into opportunity.
Okay, so it did match. The voiceover matched perfectly. The video, I think, is impressive, but you have to be willing to wait for the rendering and so forth. Could you put together a video much quicker and a lot of other tools? Absolutely. But I do like the auto scroll of the website and the scraping, and then adding the avatars and the ability to add a B-roll. You are able to create a very customized video, but I just want more speed. Don't we all, right? And so I'm going to go into advanced video editor just to see what this looks like. You can come in here, and this is where you can really go into kind of a Canva-like editor on the left-hand side over here. And we can go over here and edit this like this. It just reminds me a lot of Canva. I just wanted to show you what that looks like, but I'm not gonna spend any more time in this. We're gonna save and go back home right over here. We spent a lot of time up to this point. I know this is a long video. I apologize for those that just wanted a quick 10-minute video on this, and we haven't even gotten a chance to look at optimize. So let's go into optimize and let's just see. Okay, so this is where you can analyze. They used to call this the analyzer, but now it's optimize. So we can actually optimize for compliance or TikTok ad analyze right over here. So let's go and optimize this right here. We're going to upload, and let's just go and upload that video real quick and see what it says about our video real quick. And hopefully this doesn't take 20 minutes just to upload this 28-second video and analyze it. Okay, so it's uploaded it. Now we're going to push the optimize button. It's fetching the data, and it's going to 1 video credit will be deducted for the analysis. Fun fact, blah, blah, blah. Estimated 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Took a few minutes, like they said, and we get the analysis like we saw earlier in the Discover tab where we're analyzing other people's stuff. Now we're just analyzing our video. It looks like it was able to create a 79% score for us right out of the gates using only their software and AI. We didn't interject. We didn't change any of the content or anything like that. So it is going to grade all the different sections. The highest is the hook. The hook was really, really good. And then we can improve on the audience engagement and the call to action. We didn't really tell them what to do. So we probably want to tell them, hey, click the link below, sign up for school today or something like that, right? Improvement ideas, like we said, we can come over here, pacing of information. So we can go over here, strengths. So include testimonials, there's all kinds of stuff. So I do like this feature, and there's a PDF download. So this might be my favorite feature so far, is just the analysis of the tool. This would work just like if we uploaded the image, it would probably be much faster. Actually, I'm curious. Let's go ahead and just do that. So I'm gonna go optimize one more for us. We are going to, let's see, let's just go back over here, click on Discover. I want to click back into optimize, and I want to optimize now, and I want to upload our image that we created. So there is our ad. Well, you know what? We didn't change. Let's see if maybe the text. Yeah, I guess the text should be aligned with our brand so not connecting with members effectively. Here's why. Learn how school can elevate your online community experience. It's actually pretty cool. I like the ad. So let's go ahead and optimize this. It does say that it's still going to take 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, so the image analysis, when you upload an image, creative is much, much faster. So we can look over here. We actually have an 80%. We have our first 80% score. So it's telling us what the CTA and the visual and audio is good. They like the image. It's telling us that we can improve on some of this other stuff right over here, especially the audience engagement. So really, really cool. Like I said, I like this feature a lot. Last thing is the deploy feature. Let's go click on this. So this is going to show a calendar. So let's just see what we're supposed to do. So there is no tutorial. So you'll notice that when we click on optimize, there's a tutorial button right here. When we click on the design and we go into image, there's a tutorial button right here. And when you go to discover and we come over here, there is a tutorial button over here. When we go to deploy, there's no tutorial, so I don't know what this means. We don't know what this does, right? If I click on here, please select current or future dates to upload your creative. Okay, so let's say for January 29th, I'm going to click on here. So deploy as post or upload a creative to your ads manager account. So apparently you can upload this directly to your ads manager account. I'm not going to test that feature. The video is already long enough. Deploy as a post. So this is important. So we can choose, I'm glad that I made it to this point right here. So it looks like you can post this as a social media post. Now, earlier when we're in the design feature, I believe that we can only post those as posts. But if you want to use this to actually manage your ads account, you would come over here and click this. You would connect your three. They have Facebook, Google Business, and TikTok, and you can actually select this and it will upload to your ads dashboard. And it looks like you'd be able to manage that from inside of here. So that's great. Now, deploying as a post and using this just as a social media creation platform. And maybe you just want to upload this as a post to Facebook, and then you want to go in and boost that post and create that as a ad. That's an easy way to do it as well. And it looks like you have more options. You can actually use YouTube as well. So there's your options. So this is kind of just exactly what it says, deploy. So this is where you can go and start scheduling stuff as well. Let's go and we're not going to go over that. You guys don't need to see that. So this is super cool. Let's go and do a final. All right, so this will be my final kind of conclusion and thoughts. So the pricing is good. I really like the pricing, so there's not really an issue there. The UI and UX is really, really good. Clean lines, the user story and journey and the, just wizard to do different things is very self-explanatory, so they get a lot of points there as well. And I don't think that they're trying to do too much. That's one thing I didn't see, the AI voice. I believe that the AI voice was with the avatar that we created. I didn't see any section where we can actually like copy and paste text and then, generate AI voices and stuff like that from it. So I think that when you come down to the pricing and it talks about AI voice generation, that's just kind of comes with the territory of creating the AI videos. So overall, pretty impressed with what the software can do. And so if we were going to leave it just at that, then this would probably be a 4.5 or higher rating review. But we can't deny, the elephant in the room of the speed and sluggishness of the software. Yes, this is a video and image heavy software. So they do get a little bit of leeway with that. However, you got to update and upgrade your bandwidth and your servers and all that tech stuff, right? Your tech stack needs to be flawless if you're going to run an app like this. And then also, since you've been around since 2023, I would expect that the speed at least would be much higher and just ready to go, ready to, come back to Appsumo and have all that taken care of. So they're going to get quite a bit of points deducted because of the sluggishness and speed of the software. And then just sort of that bugginess where I had to move from the Arc browser to the Chrome just to be able to save my ad. The other thing that I remember during the review that was kind of actually two things that were annoying. One, you can't really create more than one ad, at least. I mean, their name is Quickads. We should be able to create ads very quickly. We should be able to blast, 20 ads at the click of a button, right? We should be able to go to the template area when we're creating image ads and say, create 20 ads for us. Now, if I'm missing that feature, I didn't see it, it wasn't obvious, but we should be able to say, hey, create 20 ads for me. Boom. That's branded color, on point, and all that stuff, right? Or give it 5 URLs and create 20 ads from this or something. So, to be named Quickads, we need to be able to create ads much faster. I do like the design, the design capabilities where we really can fine tune, and it's one of the better customized, ad designers. Like I said, it's very Canva-esque. And so you can build a team and run an agency with this software because you are able to do all that fine tuning per ad. And if you actually have people working full time and you're building an agency, you're probably going to want to spend a little bit of time on each ad anyways. And so, there's kind of a different way of looking at that. They added more templates with the image creation. And so I was happy there. I liked the templates that they had. And then the only other thing that I'm going to knock them off like a 1/10 of a point or something was when you're trying to create an image ad and it scrapes your URL, it brings in all the images, and it did a good job with that. And that actually, I'm doing some software development right now, and scraping content actually is a pretty high tech way, task for a software to do, in other words, right? And so they're already scraping, but then we're not capitalizing on that. We need to be able to save all the images that we want, put them in the temporary media basket or library, so that when we go to the next step and we're creating our ads, we have all those images from the website that it scraped. That was something really big, kind of a flaw in the software. We need to be able to select more than one ad or more than one image. Okay. So all in all, pricing was good. Speed and sluggishness, they're going to get like a full point taken off from that. So at the end of the day, when I look at the software, I like this software. I bought this software. I'm going to go ahead and keep the software to see where it goes in the next year. They already have a year and a half by their side, and they're still open. I like the concept. I like the UI and everything. They need to improve the speed and everything. And so I really wanted to give this a 4.0. It just felt right. But because of those things, the things that I am knocking their points off for, I've got to give them a 3.8 out of 5. And notice, I hope you guys can appreciate the last few months, I've really been a lot, not maybe harsher, but just I have not been giving out 4 stars or higher very often with my ratings. I'm being very careful with my ratings lately. Instead of giving everything, this is a 4.5, this is a 5. Like, I'm not doing that. I've really tried to improve on the way that I'm looking at these softwares for you guys. And at the end of the day, even like I get a good feeling about this software. I like it, but I'm not going to give it a 4.8 or a 5. The speed and stuff is just undeniable. It brings the software down at least a full point. And then with those couple other things that I wish about the assets and so forth, that brings it down to the 3.8. So I hope you can kind of see where I'm coming up with these scores. It is hard to get a 4.0 in my book because I'm just being stricter with my software reviews these days. Nope, it doesn't help me make more money with you guys buying these softwares, but that's what I'm doing with my software reviews. That's why I built this channel, is to give you the most honest, in-depth software review that I possibly can. At 3.8, is this a software that I absolutely recommend picking up? Absolutely. We will leave with that. Thank you for your time. This was a long video, a lot to unpack. Hopefully you guys liked this review. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to get a bunch more of these out during this event. And leave comments below if you made it and you watched the entire thing. Say, I watched the whole thing. That means so much to me, especially with these really long videos. I know those of you that are sticking with me all the way to the end. It takes a lot of time to put these videos together. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.